the candy shop. Have you guys been reading? Come on. I just want to know. Get up. Get up, guys. And move those limbs. Remember? We have to exercise. So get up. Hey, I got a special book for you guys today. You want to know what it is? Hey, it's Freedom on the Menu. Awesome book. And it's nonfiction. And we know what that means, right? It's true. So, it's very important to read and to hear things that come back from our past. Because if we don't know our past, we don't know where we're going in the future. So, things aren't this way anymore. So we can appreciate it, right? Freedom on the Menu. And it is by Carol Boston Weatherford. She's our author. Are you guys ready? Come on. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get started. Just about every week, Mama and I went shopping downtown. I loved having her all to myself for the afternoon. Whenever it was hot or we got tired, we'd head over to the snack bar in the Five and Dime store. We'd stand as we sipped our Cokes because we weren't allowed to sit at the lunch counter. Imagine that, guys. Having to stand and eat and drink because you weren't allowed to sit with anyone else. Why? No real reason. They just thought because of the color of our skin, we can't sit with them. Back then they thought we were beneath them, but we're not. But we're not. Hey, check it out. Once I watched a girl swivel a stool and spoon a banana split. In the empty seat beside her was a purse almost exactly like mine. "Can I have a banana split?" I begged Mama. "Not here, Connie," said Mama. "I'll fix you one at home." "It won't be the same," I grumbled. All over town, signs told Mama and me where we could and could not go. On water fountains, swimming pools, movie theaters, even the bathrooms. So, if I had to go to the bathroom really bad, and sometimes we do, I can't go to this one. Why? Because I have brown skin? No. Listen, guys. Everybody I knew obeyed the signs, except my great Aunt Gertie from New York. When she visited us, she drank from a whites-only fountain and said real loud, "I've never heard of a colored water. Have you, Connie?" Then she lifted me up so I could take a sip. I looked up from the fountain. "Y'all know better than that," a man scolded. I started to say, "Sorry, mister," but Aunt Gertie, she just huffed. "I'm too old for silly rules." It was a real hot day though, but the man, he walked away without taking a drink. Wonder why that is. Let's keep going. There weren't any signs up in the Five and Dime, but we still knew how it was. Most people didn't expect change anytime soon. But my daddy, he thought different. "Dr. King's coming to town," he told us one morning. "Who's sick?" I asked. "He's not that kind of doctor, Connie," Daddy laughed. "He's a minister who's working to make things better for us," said Daddy. "So we can go anywhere we please," said Mama. "Like the lunch counter?" I asked. "Yep," said Daddy. "And other places too." See her and her parents. Pretty awesome. It gets better. Listen, guys. Later that week, our whole family went to hear Dr. King preach at the college chapel. I didn't really understand all of his speech, but I liked his booming voice. It sounded as if he believed God was on our side. Every few minutes, Mama said, "Amen." And when Dr. King sat down, everyone stood and clapped for a very long time. Pretty awesome, right? Dr. King's speech must have been very powerful. He had everybody standing and clapping for a long time after he was done. Powerful, powerful speech. Then, one day, Mama and I went shopping downtown. We stopped at the snack bar, just like always. I tugged at Mama's sleeve. "Look over at the lunch counter. We know those boys." There sat 4 of Brother's friends from A&T College. "Do they know they're in the wrong place?" I whispered. "Some rules have to be broken," Mama whispered back. I heard one of them order, "A coffee and a donut, please." "I'm sorry, we can't serve your kind," said the blonde-haired waitress, wringing her hands. But the boys, they didn't budge. "Don't y'all understand English?" a kitchen worker said. "Go on over to the snack bar," he hissed. "Stop making trouble here." The manager tapped his foot and jutted out his chin. "They can sit here forever for all I care," he said, storming out the door. And all they wanted was to be served coffee and a donut. Is that not fair? Everyone else is getting served. All they wanted was service. Listen. An old white lady came up to the boys. "I'm so proud of you," she said, clear as a bell so everyone could hear. "I wish someone had done this sooner." The waitress kept wiping and re-wiping the counter, refilling salt and pepper shakers, sugar pours, and napkin holders. Suddenly, the manager came back with a tall policeman. "Let's go, Connie," said Mama. The manager shooed us right out of the store and then put a close sign in the window. I couldn't wait to tell Brother. Uh-oh. I think there's trouble, guys. All for sitting at the counter and wanting coffee and a donut? It really wasn't about the food though, was it? They just wanted to be equal and the right to be served like everyone else. Like we have today. Check it out. It gets better. Why'd your friends do that? I asked. "Well, if we can spend money at a store," said Brother, "it's only fair that we be able to eat at the store's lunch counter." "I guess so," I said. "Think it'll work?" "Sometimes it's important just to try," said Daddy, rubbing his chin. The next day, Daddy showed me the newspaper. The headline said, "Negro students stand up by sitting down." "They sat 4 hours," said Daddy, peering over the newspaper. "I'd be too hungry to wait that long," I said. "Connie, they didn't really want food," said Daddy. "They wanted to be allowed to get it, same as if they were white, to be treated fairly. That's all." Pay attention. It gets better. By Friday, we heard on the news how hundreds more had joined the sit-ins. The protests are growing, I told Daddy. "I'm joining the sit-ins," Brother said, bursting into the room. "And I'm going to picket downtown," said Sister, "tomorrow." "I want to go," I said. "I'm plenty big enough to hold a sign, and I know I can sit." "It's good that you want to help," said Daddy, "but Connie, you're still too young for these things." "I never get to do anything important," I pouted. "You can help us make signs," said Sister. "That's very important." The next morning, I handed Sister my little flag for her to carry. We'll tell you everything when we get home, Brother promised. See, I'm getting ready for the protest. Pretty awesome, right? Look at her flag she made. For equality. We just wanted to be treated because we're all the same. Check it out. Turns out I saw the protest on TV. Hundreds of people walked up and down the sidewalks in front of the stores, restaurants, and movie theaters. I saw my own sister carrying a picket sign, and there was the back of my brother's head at the lunch counter. My own brother. I'm just so proud of them, said Daddy. Me too, I said. I just pray there's no trouble, Mama fretted. After a while, I watched the news on TV almost as much as Mama and Daddy did. One night, I saw a report on the sit-ins. That doesn't look like downtown, I said. Connie, the sit-ins have spread all over the South, said Daddy. It became important to her too, see? Just because you're young, don't mean you can't believe in something. Your voice matters too. Check it out, it gets better. Just then, the phone rang. I answered it. Daddy, it's Sister. She just got arrested at the lunch counter. She's in jail. Sister, who always got A's in school, who hardly ever got in trouble, who was what Mama called mule stubborn. Daddy raced to the police station, but Sister, she wouldn't let him get her out. He told me how the students kept chanting, jail not bail, jail not bail. We can't just leave Sister here with those bad guys, I pleaded. She's made up her mind, Connie. She wants to stay with the other students. In a few days, Sister came home. Promise me you'll stop picketing, I begged. I can't do that, she said, hugging me tight. Even though Sister went to jail for trying to get equal rights for just standing out with a sign, just to be served like everyone else, she went to jail. And you think that would have stopped her, right? She told Sister, I can't stop. She believes in something, so she's gonna fight for it. And her way of fighting is picketing, is by picketing. And going to sit at the lunch counter when they were clearly told that they could not because of the color of their skin. Listen, now, instead of shopping downtown, we had to order from the Sears catalog. Mama and I, we leafed through the big book. We leafed through that catalog together, and she even let me help pick out some things. But we both knew it wasn't the same. How long before the sit-ins are over, Mama? I asked. Till folks get what they want, said Mama. That summer, Mama, Daddy, and I finally went downtown. When we passed Woolworth's, I heard someone shout, they're serving them! Daddy stopped so fast, the brakes screeched, and Mama and I jolted forward. We parked and ran to the lunch counter. They're serving them? Did she hear correctly? They're serving them? Listen. There sat the woman who worked in the restaurant's kitchen. They were all dressed up fancy and eating egg salad. I can't even stand the smell of egg salad, but I stood and watched them eat every bite. Looks pretty good too, I said. Daddy and I, we shared a grin. See those ladies that was once working in the kitchen that weren't allowed to eat at the counter? Now they can eat at the counter. Why? Because those four brothers, they stood up by sitting down at the lunch counter where they weren't allowed. The next day, brother, sister, and I made a special trip downtown. Brother wore a suit and tie. We girls, we wore hats and white gloves. At the lunch counter, I climbed up on a stool next to them. We'll have 3 hot dogs, 3 French fries, 2 coffees, 1 Coke, and a banana split, please. I told that blonde-haired waitress. Okay, while sister and brother sipped coffee, and I twisted on my stool while we waited for our meals. Our food, it soon arrived, and as I ate, the waitress, she plopped an extra cherry on a mound of whipped cream. She still looked a little nervous, guys, but she smiled at me. And guess what? That was the best banana split I ever had. And I wonder why that was, guys. And it started all because we couldn't sit with each other. We couldn't be united from way back then. But we have a chance now. We can break that chain. And we can love all of our brothers and sisters, no matter what color the skin is, no matter what culture they're in or from. It doesn't matter. We're all the same. You guys can reach the Candy Lady at 574-315-1416. So, until next time, walk it out. Come on, walk it out. Walk it out, guys. See ya.